Welcome back to another quick episode of Spaceman 2.0. We're just going to get into our parliament and our congressmen, our mayors, and our municipal leaders. So, our municipal leader here in Richmond Hill. Basically, what's going on here is smart cities. Okay, $4 million for visual defense. What's visual defense? Investing in clean technology. Come on, clean technology. It's all the words and gobbledygook BS. So, on behalf of Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry Canada, I announced $4 million in support of Richmond Hill-based Visual Defense Company, through Sustainable Development Technology Canada. This support is part of a $68.2 billion investment in 17 Canadian clean tech companies by our government in 2023. There's smart cities going up all across Canada that are using up north and smaller towns as, you'll get all this money and we can put cameras up and lights that turn on and off with motion sensors, and that's cleaning up the environment. Come on, please. Why don't you take the homeless off the streets and invest? We've given like $30 million per Canadian person to Ukraine. Now, if you do the math, there's over $1 billion gone to Ukraine from the Canadians. That's our tax money. You know what? You could have cleaned up every single person on this planet if you gave them $30 million on this country and let them live in peace. But you want to give it to defense for Ukraine? Come on. And now you want to give it to visual defense for our roads? Come on. Visual Defense is a scale-up clean tech company whose artificial intelligence-enabled technology helps cities monitor road infrastructure and conditions in real time, increasing operational efficiency and leading to better decision-making and savings. This is all just gobbledygook. Sounds really good. This $4 million is the first SDTC investment in visual defense. Okay, so it's $4 million out of $68 million. So where's this money coming from? And they're able to put it into smart cities, but not able to clean up. You know how many homeless people are in Richmond Hill right now? Oh my gosh. In the last 20 years, they've been coming up from downtown and actually just been hanging out here. And basically, I'll know where they're coming from. But God bless, I help some of them out. But you know what? This is just not right. They want to keep people on the street mentally confused and all sorts of mental health conditions some of these homeless people have, and they don't want to help them. They put out one little community center program for them, but nothing else. And yet you want to give $30 million per person in Canada to Ukraine, and then you want to get $68 million to clean energy companies, these 17 companies. They're going to get all this because they're putting up new cameras all across Yonge Street to look at the roads. Come on, the companies that used to take care of the roads had a guy that ran up and down the roads with a truck and seen if there's potholes and situations and where you can fix it. Oh, so you take back their jobs and put up this technology and say it's helping to strengthen us. Now, this is 100% bullshit. You guys got to wake up and live. This technology and the money putting into it is not for clean energy. It's for visual defense. It's for defending against you, that you can't do anything against their will, which is if you spit on the street or use up too much carbon air, you're going to be taxed, and tax bracketed is going to go up. You know, clean energy systems and all this stuff is going to make 15-minute cities, and they want to try these 15-minute cities here in Canada. You know, just look on the Government Canada website and see everything they have in store for us. They got clean cities go all right across Canada, giving them money to do this and that, which is all just BS. Why don't you give the money to making farms, local farming, and communities that can be self-sustainable, not sustainability BS with the World Economic Forum and the WHO, who pandemic everything from 2017. They've told Fauci and Gates told Trump, you're going to have a pandemic. Come on. They know it because they put it out. And the WEF even had a simulation in 2019. And it was even called the same. The next one's going to be called SEERS, SEERS, and it's coming in 2025. So they're going to call us, from them point of view, 1 billion deaths, millions of children are going to die, and 1 billion people are going to be left with paralysis. What do you think about that? Are you believing in Pfizer, which is a bioweapons lab, to give you more experimental booster shots to change your DNA and genes? Come on. If you want to change your genes, put on some other genes. You know, genes actually take up a landfill for a lot longer than most, same as plastics. So if you're all into vegan and all into that and saying, oh, you're not being true if you're wearing leather and stuff like that. Well, you're walking on rubber and you're driving on rubber, and you sit in a car that has rubber tires, and everything's made out of petroleum. Okay, even your jeans. Let's not fall for this smart city BS technology that they want to give money to cities for smart technology and companies that are controlled by them, and yet we're going to be left holding the bag by not able to do anything when they can surveil and visual defend you against going against the carbon green movement. This is in the Bible. It's the green horsemen, the apocalypse of the horsemen, and they're basically coming in the environmental movement for your property and for everything. It's communist takeover 101. They took over, the Bolsheviks took over Russia in 1917, and 100 years later, they want to take over America, which they've already started since the Federal Reserve and taking away our U.S. dollars, the true U.S. dollars, the greenbacks. Now they're starting to change it back to say they're treasury notes. No, they're not. They're still Federal Reserve bills. And when you have a bill, what does that mean? You owe. It's not something that it's a credit. Before, they used to have silver dollars, and they used to have on the bills, it used to be redeemed for silver. Now it's redeemed for nothing. So again, why are we putting artificial intelligence enabled technology into cities, road infrastructures, to monitor road infrastructures and conditions, when we can pay a human being, okay, to have a family and support their offspring with whatever, $40,000, $50,000 a year, $50,000 to drive up and down the roads, and yet we have to pay $68 million, okay, or $4 million for these cameras. And there's new cameras going up everywhere. They sit on top of poles and they look like they can look 360, and they're not part of your regular traffic camera. So what are those? Are these part of the visual defense to see, to protect us against the carbons and the pollutions? Right. It's not about you. It's about them saving their planet for their utopia. They are making for themselves, and you will be a slave to them if you don't get yourself cleaned up in your mind to know the truth of how this is working. And technology is not bad or good. It's how we use it. These evil beings are going to use it to control us. Okay? Canada's the Switzerland of North America. It's one of the most controlled places on the planet. Okay, with that being said, hopefully you wake up and live. Spaceman 2.0. I appreciate you watching and listening, and do some investigation and share this truth with others. Share it with other people. Just help them wake up. It's not technology is bad. If I came up with a clean tech company or whatever. But this self-sustainable issues is not about self-sustainability. Sustainability is about them sustaining you from living your life and keeping their environment. They want to make all of the Greenland prohibited to go and fish on or hunt on, so that you won't even be able to do anything except go to a city and get GMO and Monsanto created meats. Because they're going to outlaw meat soon. They're going to outlaw gasoline cars in the next 20 years. They want to do this stuff under the guise of, we're protecting the planet. Come on. We live on a flat earth created by God. The Antarctic Circle, it was called the Antarctic Circle because it actually is a circle around us with a 100-foot ice wall, keeping the ocean's waters in. Beyond that is what I believe, more domes, more domes, more domes. We live in many domains, just like our computer domain names. And if you think about it, if you don't live in a greenhouse, the air is going to escape. We're going to get pretty cold pretty fast. Everything rises and goes up unless it's kept in somehow. Anyways, I'll explain that another day, but until you get your head on your shoulders to look at this, I don't know. What's more important? To know where you are on this earth, or to know what's happening in your own little town too? Okay, so both is important. God bless, take care, Spaceman 2.0, and I'm out.